Hi there, my name is Deepak Malhotra, and I'm a professor at the Harvard Business School. And this is part of the series on negotiation insights that I've put together. 1 to 2 minute videos where you can learn something about negotiation that hopefully will be applicable to you in your life, at work, in your career, and in your personal lives. The topic today is the right mindset. Now, people walk into negotiations with many different mindsets. Some people think of it as a game. People think of it as war. Some people walk in thinking of it as an opportunity to build a relationship. Some people's mindsets are more forward-looking and sort of long-term. Some people are much more focused on the near term. Mindsets can vary in a lot of different ways. There's no right or wrong mindset, but there are better and more advantageous mindsets in my experience. If you could walk into every future negotiation with only one mindset, if there was like a button you could press and it would activate a certain mindset in you as you walked into all of your future negotiations, I would strongly suggest walking into every negotiation with a learning mindset. As a negotiator, you are there above all else to learn as much as you can about all of the parties that are relevant to the negotiation, to learn as much as you can about the situation that you're in, to learn as much as you can about the different perspectives on the situation that you're in. That's your number one goal. That's not your only goal. There's a lot of other things you need to do. You need to persuade, you need to think analytically, you need to think about short and long term. But above all else, the mindset that's going to help you most in negotiations, if you have that learning mindset. Now, to take it one step further, what should we be learning about? I divide it up into sort of 4 categories: interests, constraints, alternatives, and perspectives. First, interests. Think about the other party. Why are they here? What do they care about more? What do they care about less? Why are they doing this deal today rather than 6 months from now or a year ago? What keeps this person up at night? What problem are they trying to solve? That's the interests. Constraints. Where do they have more flexibility? Where do they have less flexibility? What are things that they can give, and where are their hands truly tied? Are their constraints changing? Are there things that they can do now that they couldn't do previously? Are there things they might be able to do in the future that they can't say yes to today? So those are your constraints. Third, alternatives. What happens to them if this deal doesn't work out? What's their alternative? Who else might they be talking to? How else might they solve this problem? And perspective. How are they seeing this situation? Is this a big deal to them or a small deal to them? Now keep in mind, there's no good or bad answer to that. Sometimes the best thing that can happen to you in a negotiation is that this isn't a big deal to them. Sometimes the worst thing that can happen to you in a negotiation is that this isn't a big deal to them. But understanding their perspective, how are they thinking about this negotiation? Is this central to what they're trying to accomplish or not so much? Are they seeing you as weak or strong? What is their mindset? Is very, very important. So if you focus on just those 4 things, even the interests, constraints, alternatives, and perspectives of all the parties that are relevant to the negotiation, you're going to do a much better job in your future negotiations. It's not your only job, but having a learning mindset is more likely to overcome the barriers that you run into often.